You know that feeling when you see someone who isn't particularly smart earning more money than you and living a richer life. Maybe that kid in high school who copied from you, or that manager who can't string two words together in meetings. You ask yourself, I have an academic background. I graduated with honors. I'm more knowledgeable, more cultured. Am I missing something? Or are these people secretly geniuses? Probably not. They're likely as dumb as you think. But there's a bitter truth most of us overlook. When it comes to building wealth, intelligence helps, yes, but that brilliant mind of yours can also be the very thing keeping you broke. In this video, we'll discuss why intelligence doesn't guarantee wealth, why smart people suffering from analysis paralysis fall behind, and how dumb people pull ahead. And most importantly, we'll show you how to turn your intelligence from a shackle into a tool by taking concrete action. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Now, let's look at society's view of intelligence. As we were growing up, our families told us all the same story. If you're smart, you'll succeed. The smartest kids in class get the best grades, go to the best schools, and land the best jobs, right? Everyone else has to accept that life will be tough. This belief is so ingrained in our brains that it's why people spend years chasing degree after degree. If I get one more master's, I'll be smarter and naturally earn more money. Modern society unfortunately worships intelligence. But here's where the real problem emerges. If intelligence alone made people rich, the world's wealthiest would be quantum physicists, professors, and chess grandmasters. But they're not. Let's move forward with examples. Take Richard Branson. Let's get to know him a bit. He owns a space flight company and an airline. Plus, he controls a group with over 400 companies. Everything looks great. He's made it in life and keeps building wealth. I can almost hear you thinking, this guy must be super smart. But what you don't know is that Branson dropped out of school due to terrible grades, struggled with dyslexia, and at 16 had no formal education or clear direction in life. Yet now he has billions. Does he fit the typical genius mold? Not even close. Now let's look at the other side. Nikola Tesla, undisputed pure genius. He invented alternating current, the foundational technology behind every modern electrical system. One of the most influential inventors of all time. His patents alone could have made him the richest person ever. But despite his immense genius, Tesla had zero business sense. He couldn't market his ideas like Thomas Edison did. And how did he die? Completely penniless, drowning in debt. And according to one story, in love with a pigeon. Yes, I'm serious. You can look it up. Tesla's story shows us this. You can read every book, earn every degree, and possess all the knowledge in the universe. But being a genius doesn't automatically make you successful. Strangely, intelligence often holds us back. Now, let's explain the number one reason why smart people struggle to get rich. Using a metaphor. Imagine two people standing in front of a giant labyrinth. One is a genius, the other average. At the end of the labyrinth is everything you dream of. Money, success, freedom, whatever you desire. Before entering, the genius sits at the entrance with a pen and paper. He tries to understand the entire route, map it out, and find the most efficient path without taking a single step. What if I take that path and hit a dead end? What if I waste 5 minutes? Which is the optimal route? He wonders. Meanwhile, what does the average person do? He dives right in, bumps into a wall, turns back, takes a wrong turn, runs in circles. To the genius, this looks embarrassing, inefficient, stupid. But for the average guy, it's no problem. With every mistake, he says, so that's not the way. He turns back and tries something else. Most times it's another mistake, but occasionally trial and error leads him to the right path, and on average, he gets closer to the end. And while all this is happening, where's the genius? Still sitting at the starting line, obsessively working on the perfect plan. Maybe he's still sharpening his pencil. Who do you think wins? Even with tons of mistakes along the way, the average person will eventually find the way. You see, our so-called genius never even entered the labyrinth. Why? He was terrified of making a wrong turn, hitting a dead end, or looking foolish. Here's the key point. When people are constantly told they're smart, intelligence becomes their identity. So failure isn't just a setback. It's an attack on their core self. Wondering why that guy who aced business school has $10 million ideas but never launches any? This is why. It would be too risky, because if he fails, people might think he wasn't that smart all along. And that's a hard thought to accept. That's the dumb people's advantage. They just care about reaching the goal. Smart people want to reach it perfectly, without mistakes. But that fear of failure kills progress. Failure doesn't define who you are. It's how you respond that matters. That's why it's called analysis paralysis. The good news, there are ways to escape it. People who overcome overthinking and achieve real success don't have some secret intelligence or unfair advantage. They've simply mastered two skills far more important than traditional IQ. Skill number 1, execution, action, and focus. This is the doer's advantage. Because ideas are like seeds. They need to be planted and watered to grow. Ideas are abundant. Ideas are cheap. What separates success from failure is executing them better than anyone else. Look at Jeff Bezos and Amazon. Bezos didn't invent online shopping. No, there were already plenty of online bookstores when he started, but he executed it better than everyone else. How many of those great ideas in your head have you actually done something about? You could have a brain as big as Einstein's, but if you never use it for anything, it doesn't matter. Inspiration is everywhere. Execution is rare. And remember, execution isn't a personality trait. It's a skill. It doesn't come naturally. It's built. Skill number 2, social intelligence, people skills. This is where most technical geniuses get stuck. Take Steve Jobs as an example. He wasn't Apple's best engineer. He didn't build the devices or write the code, but he had a vision. He had leadership. Jobs convinced the world's best engineers to work for him. He made people believe his products were revolutionary. The point is, wealth is often built on your ability to shape ideas, motivate people, and most importantly, connect with the right ones. High IQ means you can understand complex information. Great, it gets you perfect grades. But social intelligence makes people trust you, work with you, and open their wallets for you. If wealth is your goal, that's what really matters. In venture capital, investors don't bet on the most complex spreadsheets. They invest in founders selling a vision. Customers don't buy the product with the best specs. They buy from a brand that tells a good story. Success isn't just about knowing technical details. It's about communication, persuasion, and leadership. So, how do you stop doubting yourself and start taking action to build wealth? You now know it's not about intelligence, right? What matters is your mindset. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Life has no trial period or money-back guarantee. You can't just dip your toes in, you have to jump. You can spend years planning, but until you take that first step, it's all just speculation. Ask yourself, what's the next small step I can take right now? And act on it immediately. Because a vision without action is just a hallucination. Don't fear mistakes. You're writing a story every day with an unknown ending. There's no GPS to become who you need to be. You'll make mistakes. That's part of the process, not part of your identity. Failure is an event, not a person. Act even in uncertainty. Prioritize people, not just ideas. No matter how perfect an idea seems in your mind, it needs to be communicated well. An idea only gains real power when it reaches real people. It's not what you say, it's how you make people feel. At the end of the day, the gap between success and failure isn't intelligence, it's action. Because action always beats intelligence. If this video gave you a new perspective, don't forget to subscribe. If you're interested in more financial stories like this, there are dozens of videos on my channel. See you next time. Take care